Okay guys, we completed the first phase. I'm going to show you what we got. This is the Rubicon final edition build. Part of it, we have to be able to carry a dirt bike and two mountain bikes on here. So the next phase, number one, I've got to cut a this particular 2x4 is a little bit, I think it's a little bit too heavy. Some 2x4s are heavier than others. This would be classified as a heavy one, I believe. So I've got a couple of more brand new 2x4s underneath the Jeep, so we're gonna yank one of those out. If they're the same, I'll use this one, same weight, but I think the other ones are a little bit lighter. We need a section about, if we use this, you know, we would cut this off. But you're going to put this underneath like that. Then you're going to screw it in. It's going to be underneath, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a joist that gives this end of the board more support. So, and we will end up cutting a strip off of here. I'm not sure how much I can do, but I'm sure I can cut 2 inches. But you don't want to do that until you until you get it, you know, set up on the Jeep. You know, you want to put it on, you want to put the bike on, put the dirt bike on, and then you want to see where you can put this other mount bike. And then once you determine where you can put it, then you'll make the cuts. But yeah, everything is coming together. Wait, let's just see. Now, it's going to be heavy to this side, but you had to cut these out. You had to cut this out right here, because you do need to pick this fucker up. You do need to pick it up and put it inside of the hitch receiver. It's a little heavier than I thought. I think what I'll end up doing is, you've seen me, I'll grab the bar and I'll put one hand here. It'll make it easier. It'll make it easier to pick it up. And like I said, all I have to be able to do is put that end into the hitch receiver. And then, you know, line up the hole, put the pin, boom. When you go on a trip, it's always on the Jeep. It never comes off. So, I mean, no, it never comes off. So it's just a thing. And then, of course, once you get it on the Jeep, and then you load up everything. You load up the two mountain bikes and the dirt bike, tie down the dirt bike really good. You can see we've got this opening here so I can get to this tie down point. And I may have to make that a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. I mean, these tie downs come up right here to the handlebars. So, and then this one goes to the swing arm. So you do have 3 tie downs there. And not only that, you will probably, not sure exactly how we're going to tie the bike down. The mountain bike that's out here, you certainly will tie it to the dirt bike for one thing. It will be looped to the dirt bike, very sturdy, can't fall off, no problem. The dirt bike is also in turn tied off to the spare tire on the Jeep, can't fall off, no problem. Even if the straps fail, it's not going to fall off, you know, because then you have that backup strap on it. So in any case, we'll be able to cut a strip off of here. I'm just not sure how much yet, and I don't want to cut anything until I get it loaded and see where everything is going to go. And then like I said, when I do, oh my God, let me see here. Ooh, I didn't think of that. not a biggie. When I do cut this strip off the end, I'm gonna put pieces, you know, piece here. I'd go all the way, but these things are in the way. So you're gonna put a piece, because when you roll your dirt bike, you're gonna probably be leaning it, and if that plywood is wet, it'll slide, and then you got big trouble. But if you put those pieces there, it's like a track. It keeps the bike in straight line to the other end. So anyways, it turned out good. This is the first phase. The next phase, I'm gonna go take a little break right now and take a ride in a Jeep, go to the bank, take the dogs for a ride with me, and then we're gonna come back, and I'm probably going to carry this over to the Jeep and put it on. So if I think I have enough time, I don't know for sure. Maybe that project might be for tomorrow too. So I'm liking what I see so far, but in any case, it's looking good. You know, this space here, this is a little tight in here when I just stood in here to lift it up. So I can, you know, I can make it a little bit bigger, but I really don't want to make it any bigger that way, because we do have a strap right here. There's going to be a slot in the wood right here coming up around over 4 fuel cells, if I can fit 4, if not just 3, going back into another slot, and that's how you tie these things down. So bottom line is, I can't be over much farther than that this way when I cut that hole. Maybe a little bit if I wanted to. The generator is right here. It's this long. You would put it right here to counterbalance this weight. So it's 50 pounds. 3 of these are about 105 pounds. But we're good. It's a good enough of a counterbalance, trust me. But yeah, sweetness, man. Okay, I just wanted to show you how far along we came. And like I said, the next step is to put it on the Jeep. And then we're going to load up the dirt bike. And we're going to see what this shit is all about. Interesting. You know, I should really consider putting a 45-degree cut right here. Because when you're rolling up the dirt bike, it's going to want to get locked right there. If you can make it, I'm going to cut it 45. I may have to take off the 2 bolts. You'll do the same thing here. You'll cut this 45. So it's easier to pull the bike off the rack. Remember, when you pull that baby off, you're going to probably be standing right here. You're going to probably be standing about right here. You're going to yank it up, get the front tire up out of the saddle. It'll be sitting right there, and then you'll step off and roll it down. Taking it off isn't bad. Getting it up here will be the interesting part. Like I was telling you, you will look for that perfect scenario. You want to work smart, not hard. You'll look for that perfect scenario where when you park the Jeep, the ramp is at the smallest angle that you can find, which makes it easy to push up. I see myself stepping up on here when I load it. I mean, before you didn't have to, but now, because this thing is so far out, remember, before this, I could stand right here with the bike, but now this thing is in my way, right here, this whole area. When I load the bike, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you certainly are going to have to lean over. I believe we'll be jumping on here, pushing it in place. It might be easier. make sure these dogs don't get out. Okay. Sweetness, bro. Sweetness. You gotta love it. Is it heavy? Well, let's fucking find out. Now, when I used to pick this thing up before, I used to always put it like this. And I used to put my hand up through here. We're good. Is it heavier? Yeah. Is it too heavy? No. We're good. Wow. Sweetness, man, sweetness. I did want to cut this 2x4 while I got the saw out and everything for the support system underneath here. And one thing is for sure, I did want to run it as far over as possible, but you do need to have room in here to get the loops around this hole tie down. So you need to be able to work in there comfortably. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you potentially have 4 loops on that tie down point. 3 for the dirt bike, and then you may put down 1 tie down loop. Probably not. Maybe, but probably not. I was thinking you might put 1. I've got tie down loops. I'll put in. I've got them. I can put in a couple. But here, like I said, you pretty much only need 1 out here to it, because you're going to tie it off to the dirt bike. So this one will just keep it from rubbing against the dirt bike. We'll see how it goes. We got options. I love taking the time when you go on a trip. I'm one of these guys that really spends serious time thinking about how to tie things down quickly and still be able to untie quickly and go for a ride. But when you tie it down, a 1,500 mile trip, you don't have to worry about jack shit. If a couple of straps fail, nothing's going anywhere. Every time you get gas, you do check your straps. Every time you stop to take a piss, you check your straps. But it's nice to have it set up to where you really don't even have to worry about it. Once you tie down the bikes and everything is good, you can drive and nothing's going to happen. I mean, with the least amount of straps, you know, where they're secure, they're locked on the rig. Oh yeah, lock-ons. We're going to probably have to lock this mountain bike to the dirt bike. The dirt bike front tire gets locked with a U-lock around this. And then same thing with this. I believe that we put a U-lock on that bike too, and it gets tied. The only tie down for this mountain bike on this end is you got 2 wheel straps and then 1 tie to the spare tire, and that's it. You got 6 tie downs on the dirt bike, and then on the bike on the end here, we're going to probably have, I'm going to probably put double wheel straps on it, on each tire, double wheel straps. And I'll probably put a tie down loop. I'm just guesstimating, you know, maybe somewhere right here, and maybe another one right here. I actually have 2 left. So, you know, you can tie it down and then also tie it to the dirt bike, a safety strap, where if shit goes sideways, it ain't falling off. That's the first thing you check when you stop for fuel. Check the straps, check that safety strap, we're good to go. I should have cut these at 45. I could still do it. I have to take the bolts out to get a good angle with the skill saw. I'm still going to do it. It's an easy thing to do, and it'll make it a little bit easier to push the bike up. You gotta understand, guys, you know, you could be riding all fucking day. You could have fucking had a couple of wipeout spills. You're sore, your knee's fucked up, your arm is maybe broken. And you've got to be able to load this fucking bike, jump in your Jeep, put the seat heater on, put the steering wheel heater on, and drive home. Or drive back to camp or wherever the fuck it is you're going. That little thing of cutting that 45, I like that. I like that idea. Taking the bolts out is easy. Those are all self-tappers. They all had really good bite when I put them on. I didn't over-tighten them. I got them tight and I stopped. There's a lock washer on them and a flat washer. I drilled a tracer hole first out of, I don't know what the hell it was, a 3/16 inch bit, somewhere in there range, 15 something or other, 15/32 or something. You know what I mean. It was a 3/16 bit, let's just call it even. But we ran a tracer hole, and then I used the self-tapper to go into that hole, and it just sucked right into, this is aluminum. It sucked right into it, solid as a fucking rock. And I didn't overturn it. As soon as it got tight, as soon as it crushed the lock washer, I stopped. So, and then I have a wrench. I did it by hand. But when I did it by hand, I turned very little. I didn't even hardly turn any of them at all. Okay, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna take a ride in the Jeep, and oh fuck, my garage door's open. I'm out here fucking around.